Good morning. We are running a bit late this morning. Welcome to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osbourne. Telephone numbers to call in on the live if you have a question is 718-502-9137. You can also text your question this morning at 718-502-9137, or you can post it in the live. Now, if there is an interruption in the internet, I'm going to stop the live because, of course, we had an impact from Hurricane Beryl, and I'm on a completely different time zone. So forgive me for being late this morning. Bear with me one sec whilst I post. I'm going to try and see if I can post the link in the live. So I'm posting it on Facebook. All right, so we are back. Good morning. This program is for information purposes only. If you need legal advice, you can call me, Antoinette Osbourne, at 718-502-9137. This morning, you can text your question in the live. And if I don't see it, of course, Nicola will be able to provide it to me. Sometimes I do miss the question. So if you had posted your question in the live and I never answered it, please feel free to repost it the following Sunday. Now, with regards to the community based program that I'm going to be hosting on Future FM called Fumi's Village, that starts August 4th. That's the first Sunday in August. It will be at 11 a.m. You are more than welcome to call in, join. It's a community based program focusing, of course, on the African diaspora. It's a program by us, for us, seeking how we, as especially as immigrants, what we can do to keep our families together. So, what I will do next week is post the link for Future FM, because if it is only if you are in the Bronx or Westchester will you be able to listen in on your radios. However, if you are in Queens or Brooklyn or any area outside of the Bronx or Westchester, you're going to have to listen in online, or you can download the app. So starting August 4th, um, I will be hosting a community based program specifically for us as representing the African diaspora. It's by us, it's for us, and how we can build our communities and what we need to do as a people to have stronger communities. All right, so good morning, everyone. Good morning, Madge. Good morning, Michelle. Please don't forget to like the live. Please don't forget to share the live. I'm especially late this morning. I am on a different time zone. And as I stated earlier, if you're just joining in, God forbid if the internet goes, because we really got hit by Beryl. I'm in Kingston, but everywhere got hit. Just in case the internet goes, then I will, of course, have to end the live. All right. So we have changes coming up, hopefully towards the end of the summer, for the parole in place for spouses of US citizens who have no proof of their entry and you've been married to a US citizen as of June 17th. So if the person got their citizenship after June 17th, it's not going to work for you. If you are getting married after June 17th, it is not going to work for you. The benefit that was thought of, or which is sought to be achieved, is for people who have been in the United States for years and unfortunately their spouse was not able to adjust them and they would have had to travel outside to their home country or otherwise to collect their visa. It allows them to adjust their status in the United States. Now, the parole is not a green card. For those of you who are just tuning in, welcome. I have to be very clear here. If the internet goes, I am going to end the live. We did get hit by Beryl, and so we have interruptions in the internet flow. So if we do get hit, I am going to end the live. And for those of you who are just joining in, my community-based program on Future FM starts on August 4th. It will be on Sundays and it will be at 11 a.m. So it's a break in between the YouTube channel, a 1 hour break, because of course I'll be ending exactly at 10, or if I go, it will just be a little bit over. So we can get a breather. And then at 11 o'clock, we'll be broadcasting Fumi's Village, specifically geared to our people, the African diaspora. Yeah. All right. So we have to build better communities. Yeah. And I think honestly, our community is not in a good place. So, and it's focused on the traditional families. I understand that we have various types of family, but my program is focused on the only family I know and the only family that's really in my circle. So I can't speak to any other family really. So it's focused on the traditional family. All right. So I am just trying to ensure that I don't miss the messages. All right. So good morning, Winsome. Steffi, I'm not sure if I told you good morning already. So, just a word of encouragement for people who may qualify for the parole in place. The parole in place is not a green card. What it does is to give you the ability to apply for a green card. So, for people who are not able to show proof of entry, this program works out for you in that it saves you from applying for a provisional waiver. For a lot of people who had no proof of their entry, they crossed the border and they were not caught up in, let's say, God forbid, you were caught at the border and you were placed in removal proceedings. So if it is that you are in removal proceedings and you fit the guideline and specifically time guidelines, we are looking at the cutoff date being June 17th. So you would have married by June 17th, and the person as of June 17th is a US citizen. So for those of you who like these long engagements and you carried out your engagement past June 17th, and unfortunately you did not get married, this is not going to benefit to you at all. And this is anyone who listens to me and listens to this program. Marriage is something I encourage. I don't understand the concept of people living together and not benefiting from marriage. Marriage is an economic partnership. So if it does not work out, you reap the benefits of that economic partnership. I can't understand people living together for years or people in a relationship and you are constantly being conned, promised marriage, given an engagement ring, yet that is the farthest place you'll go in terms of acquiring a spouse. And I know similar people like that. One of my dearest friends, he has been engaged now, I think it is possibly for 6 7 years. And I call that engagement ring the shut up ring. You do not want the annoyance of constantly being asked. So you are given a step closer to marriage, but I want you to understand you are not married, right? And I think it's such an injustice. However, and for the women who are engaged and they can't set a date, I just sincerely believe if you are in an engagement for quite a number of years, I don't think you need more than a year, but some people engage in this nonsense for quite a number of years. You, for me, you're like, it's as if your partner is at a bus stop and he's waiting on the right person. You are not the right person for them. And I think an engagement often, once it passes a year, it is a matter to string you along. And I'm going to encourage a lot of people be careful of the relationships that you are, in fact, getting into under the delusion that you are going to be married soon. Oftentimes, your engagement ring is a shut up ring. Yeah. And for those of you who are not sure about how to propose, and if you do not get married, how to keep your ring or get back your ring, make sure you provide that engagement ring in a setting that it does not constitute a gift. So if the person is celebrating their birthday, and do not make the mistake of having the engagement the same time as their birthday, because your engagement ring is supposed to be a conditional gift. A conditional gift meaning that a condition must be fulfilled. So if the marriage does not occur, you have the right, because it's conditioned on marriage, you have the right to request back the ring. And some people are buying engagement rings which are down payment on homes. Amazes me, right? So if you know especially you're going to be spending, because you're a top shelf man, you know you're going to be spending, and the reason why I'm focusing on the men, I don't know of women who propose and provide rings. So that's why I'm focusing on the men. Brother, I'm trying to help you out. If it is that you're looking to get married, but just in case you change your mind, ensure when you are doing the engagement, that's the only focus. Make sure it's not on a birthday, it's not near a birthday. So in the event it becomes, the condition is removed and it becomes a full blown gift. Do not give your engagement ring in a setting where it can be considered more than a conditional gift. If it is one you're not sure, or just in case she flip out on you and she decides she does not want to marry, you can get back the ring. Stop giving the ring where it's close to birthdays or in any scenario where it can be seen as a full blown gift. Trying to help somebody out just in the event it does not work out, right? Because, yeah, sometimes it does not work out. We like to see people get married, especially young people, want to produce a generation of people who marry this keep man in a house lifestyle, or you this partner sort of lifestyle without benefits. I'm not even going to go there for people who are seeing married men. I don't know how to address you, right? Because one thing I do not play with is my money. And when you are with married men, the wife trumps you. And I have seen so many times these women are with these married men and you're the one in the house taking care of this man, and as soon as he dies, numerous times, as soon as he dies, the wife comes and she pitches you out of that house. So if you are in a relationship, and I mean a relationship where you are the owner of the man, yeah. So if a girl approach you, like I think one time, my client didn't even know that she have a mate, right? So till, and the girl know, of course, as the wife, you don't know nothing about the mate, but the mate know everything about you because the mate is your husband's confidant. So parole in place, if you're a side girl, this not benefit you, right? Because it was your job, because a side girl is like a thief in the night. You come to kill and destroy. I take people, man. So if you are take it, either you go do your job, either you rob the money, or you go fully take the man, right? So if you did a side girl by the time parole in place and you take promise, say he's going to leave his wife and marry you, and on June 17th, you were not married, this parole in place is not going to benefit you. This specifically benefits wives, yeah? So if you were conned, because a lot of you get conned, and I personally don't know how it is that you stay in a relationship and you take this conning. Yeah, don't forget ignorant. And if you take a man, either you go let me say, do your job, take your man or move on. Take the man or move on. That's it. Marriage gives so many benefits. Yeah. New York is not a common law state. People who come from Jamaica, you understand the concept of common law. You live openly and exclusively with a man for 5 years or more. But then your man gets stationed at another parish, and then he might live openly and exclusively with another girl. The man drop down, and 3 women come claim the man. So only leave it to the judge to decide who is really the wife. Nothing beats paper. For other states who recognize domestic partnership, then you will benefit, right? Because immigration recognizes common law if it is legal in your state. All right? So, parole in place, we are expecting the regulations, we are expecting it by the end of the summer. Please do not be ridiculous to go and pay your monies to anyone saying that they can put in an application for you. Has not come out as yet. And I think some years ago, when the Obama administration tried to bring in the parole in place for parents, right? A lot of people got robbed. And it amazed me that some firms were saying, oh, come, pay down. Come and start the process. Start what? The thing did not even materialize and people lost monies. So I'm just warning you, the regulations have not been out. What we are aware of is that you must have documentation that shows your physical presence. So from the time you entered the United States until present time, you have to show your physical presence. You have to show your continuous presence. So you should be looking for documents from the time you entered. And it's rough because as immigrants, we move. And for some of us who don't move voluntarily, and you get put out, you get kicked out, however you want to put it, people's documents get misplaced, right? So that's why you need to create memories with people. So if you've lost your documents, they will have some of your documents. And generally, this is not a place where, let me put it this way, the friends that you make back home, I find it is, and I don't know if this is just me, I find it is a different level of friendship when you come to America. I find people are very superficial. You have to be very careful who you share your life story with, who you share your business with. Not everybody who is with you is for you. Some people are dream killers. So just be very careful. But you must have some form of a confidant who you can share and create memories with, just in case you lost the documents, them have some of it, or get a safe deposit box. It's not expensive. Probably, I think $10 a month. Me no know. I think I'm getting that figure from one of my clients who actually had, her husband had a safe deposit box. And one of the saddest thing, the poor woman, she wanted to close it because the man dead, but the bank will not close it without her getting an administration. So just to close off the safe deposit box, she's now going to have to incur the expense of administration. The bank has to protect themselves. There could be another here out there who had a higher power than her. So, but I don't know. Because really and truly, nobody really is higher than the spouse. Yeah. But there could be challenges to it. There could be, with regards to the claim for the contents in the safe deposit box, why the bank wanted it. So, but as a spouse, your right is supreme. And what's the sad thing is people could have been separated for years. And that's why some people will never divorce you, because the law allows them to benefit. So you've been separated for 10, 15 years as a spouse, yeah, unless you had a duty to support, you did not support and you take care of yourself. And usually, often they're looking for possible court orders for maintenance. But generally, you have been separated for 10, 15, 20 years. There is no formal duty, no order to support. So guess what happened? You pitch down, drop down dead. People who are around you, because you're so lazy, can't understand people not making wills. You are so lazy, you did not create a will. Then here it is, a spouse who you have not seen in 10, 15, 20 years come round. And to me, if you have not been with somebody for 10, 15 years and you're really coming to take their assets, you are a different level of reptile to me, because I think, I don't know, sometimes morals move me more than the law. And I just think the people who were around that person, taking care of them, is the correct person to benefit, but the law does not agree. And as a spouse, and this is why I'll tell you, a lot of them are not going to divorce you, yeah, because they want to benefit. Watch your assets. I have had people where their spouse agrees that they're going to cooperate with the divorce, and when it's time to serve, they hide from them. Yeah. I've had a client, he was separated for years from this woman. And I'm talking separated from the 90s, when she just took up for herself, she and her picnic, and they went to a different state. She down there, she living her own life. And after so many years, she decides that he files for divorce, she's going to make a claim. And the law will allow the claim. The question is, not because you've made the claim, you're going to get it. And what happened? She comes now, and you have to be careful with your retirement. If it is that you know that you're not with this person, and his fear to proceed was, Antoinette, I think he had probably over 100,000 in his retirement. And the question is, when did you accumulate this? Because we know the definition is for marital property from the date of marriage to the date of filing. And he's like, it's a long marriage, 50%, but no. At the time he started this job, I remember she left from the 90s. And me no know, for some people, your blessing will flow for you when your crosses spouse, because someone with some crosses, when your crosses spouse come out of your life. And some of you will start rising and becoming the superstar you are when your marriage unfortunately deteriorates. But the crosses come out of your life. And she was adamant she wanted maintenance. Me not even seeing that so much years you want me for mine you. No, sir. I ignorant, I get ignorant. No, you gotta say me 5%. You have it. The hardest thing is you're not with somebody for years and they want maintenance. Does that make sense? Yeah, but you gotta look it. She want maintenance. She want interest in the pension. So this is where you have to bring to the judge's attention. They have been separated for over 30 years. What was that, Miss Osbourne? Yeah. What do you think you're gonna get? Yeah. But one of the saddest things is he was the breadwinner. So even though they're separated, the only thing you're really gonna get hit with as the money spouse, you'll pay the legal fees. Lawyer never did that ask so much. Tell my client, write the check. Write the check, keep your retirement, yeah, and you're not pay $1 for maintenance. Yeah. I don't know. People are amazing. And I think greed, be very careful of the partner you take out. Yeah. So come June 17th, if you are married to a US citizen and you really don't have no proof of your entry, you will benefit from this parole in place. So what's your focus now? You're looking at your documents because you're going to start accumulating your documents because this is all you can do now, right? So it is a 10-year requirement, right? You're in this country for 10 years as of June 17th. Not a 5-year, not a 3-year, a 10-year, Rosie said 30 grand. Well, it's a 10-year. That's your focus, right? So you've been in this country for 10 years. You're married as of June 17, 2024, and you're married to a US citizen. Now, the parole in place is not automatic, and the focus will be on your moral character. If you have, the list has not come out yet, but certain crimes are going to prevent you from getting the parole. The parole is discretionary. You're not have to get it. It's not a mandate. It's not automatic. It's a grant of discretion, right? So you have to qualify. Having received this parole in place, I'm going to show you how it's going to be a blessing in your life. Once you've received your parole in place, because in order to adjust, you have to be admitted. Yeah, where you go, you speak to an immigration officer, you get like an I-94, or you've been paroled. So this parole for the spouses and also for the stepchildren is going to qualify you to now move on to the next step, which is the green card, because now you can stay and you can adjust. So how you should be empowering yourself is putting down documents that substantiate the marriage. That's one. And two, putting down documents continuously for each year since you've entered that you've been here, your presence has been continuous, you've never left. So the continuity is each year you're here, you have a little document to show that I was operating my bank account. Here's my bank account for this year. Or I had a credit card this year. Or I filed taxes this year. or I had a lease agreement with the landlord this year, or the landlord did a kick me out. Here's the court papers. Landlord did a kick me out this year. Yeah. Somebody took me to court. I applied for a driver's license. So the data issuance of your driver's license. You probably can get when the people were conducting the census and you had provided yourself as being in that home, right? So your name is on that census intake. I'm just giving you documentation, possible list of documents that you can show, or you probably did make an application to immigration in that year. We're looking at black and white documents that shows that you were in the United States. And this is why I keep saying stop living in the shadows. The only issue you may have is if you have an employer, them not going to give you nothing. So I hope you did save your pay stubs. If you did get pay stubs, your employer is not going to want to give you anything because they're going to be terrified that immigration is now going to accumulate their information and now later on come and investigate them or find them. Yeah. So for those of you who are just tuning in, welcome. Good morning, Pauline, Zalita. Good morning, Amarildo. Yeah. So far the internet has been good. I can't promise you how long. So I think I'll just go for a little bit while longer. I know I signed on very late. Please accept my apologies. And for those of you who are just joining, so starting August 4th, we are going to be hosting a community-based program because the whole purpose is to uplift us as a people. On the YouTube, it's to provide you with information that you can use to empower your daily lives. So that's why the focus is not only on immigration. That's why you'll see me doing some landlord and tenant, or I'll give you some like estate planning tips, or you will see me doing, well, I do bankruptcy, but I don't provide information much on it. I find as a community, our community does not really file a lot of bankruptcy. And when I say our community, I'm referring to island people. Yeah. So I don't really discuss it much. And of course, I do discuss divorces. And I tell anyone this. I had a client where he was in a divorce from 2012. And I said to him, because of course, I had a girlfriend take him in my office. And I said to him, I can tell you one thing. You come into my office, one thing I can guarantee you, I'm going to divorce you. I think he had 3 or 4 lawyers before me, and I really don't like to take those cases because it's either the lawyer them crosses or you are the problem, right? And I think I have done so many continuing education classes where other attorneys will warn you. When you see them flipping, changing lawyers back and forth, don't take them a problem. Yeah. But you have to understand, the attorney on the other side, she had a good advocate. So I couldn't understand why he couldn't get divorced. And I'll never forget, we were in Brooklyn. And the judge he had, Anyway, it was a situation where it was during COVID, and I think how the lawyer saw that the course was changing for him was, I think he was in the case, and for everybody, it was just a beat and teach. And it does happen, I think every lawyer goes through that, but my client was just feeling constantly defeated. Nothing he was trying was happening for him. And then she bring this extravagant motion, and it didn't really, I put in my opposition papers, and it never really ended up so well for her. So now the lawyer called me and said, boy, I can't believe this is the decision on the motion. So it's like, okay, now let's talk settlement. Because for years, yeah, beat and teach this man, but the course is now changing. Yeah? Because it's a different representation him I get now. And we're before this judge, and both attorneys did not know because we're in COVID. The last court appearance never happened. So now this court appearance was set for a special thing. We never know. So we never have the documents. The woman, we tell him I have history with this woman. The woman, and then she'll say, oh, she's like, and Miss Osbourne knows how I operate. Yeah, me wish me never know. Anyway, the woman just dismissed the case. Yeah. No, what? So, you know, he's devastated now because I have to start from scratch. No, I'm a worry about him pension, but this now gave me a different course of action. And I said, yes, you know, this happened, but I want you to have a little faith in me, right? So now we refile the case. I'm say she not get none of the pension. We refile the case. We refile in a different county. And then he had the child, everything that I kill him. Pick me, I get child support. Because in addition to the child support, and this is where I have to caution some of you men who are very up in age, because this is not a game, and I want you to understand the seriousness of child support. Nobody cares you're 70. Nobody cares you are 80. If you have a minor child, you have a duty to support. And the fact that you are retired, because she had a prior child support order. The fact that you are retired or you're going to take retirement, yeah, you still have a duty. That's not a basis, right? And you think that, okay, by the time you reach, I think retirement age is 67. Don't quote me on that, because I think it moved from 65 to 67 as well. Social Security will come now when you're 67. It used to be 65, and I think this is a way really for the government to have you continuing with your contributions. So if you take early Social Security benefits, you know, when you're really entitled to full Social Security benefits, because you take early benefits, it's going to be less, because it's nearly like a punishment for take out your money early. Yeah. But is your retirement a change in circumstance, really? So that you can get a reduction in your income? Not when you voluntarily retired. I searched for so many cases, and so did my adversary. I'm trying to find a case to say, look, if I am at retirement age, then this is a basis to reduce my child support to match my retirement income. Because if you're making, big up to the city workers then, a certain city worker, anytime when I come in my office, I can tell you exactly where you work. Yeah, man, over 60 guys. So then, man, they are ball for the child support. Literal tears, eye water. Yeah? So in the case that we were on prior to me coming in, this man, I watched the help out thing, because his argument is a help out thing. Yeah? Or a trick thing. And it was really a document thing. Yeah. But she got breed. So, all that. Yeah? But this is the thing, what will happen to men. They will have them good woman at them yard. And see one skirt pass. Yeah? What is the saddest thing? Are you a tenant? Me don't know, but Mr. Girl, me not ramp with my money, so. I'm not gonna create that relationship that I'm gonna interfere with my money. So me gonna deal with that my tenant? Are you mad, fam? No, you can't interrupt the money supply. Yeah, cause after a while, them now pay you in cash. You're gonna get paid in kind. Yeah? So for landlords who like to get familiar like that, but when you know say your money I got stop. Because you can't get two things at the same time. And I get money and you get the other thing at the same time. The cat now meow when you want money. Is either you get the money or you get the cat. Yeah. So this is where sometimes me I evict some of them, and yeah, then the scandal come out. I true me never did one there with you. Yeah, why you evict me? You must know if it's separate business from pleasure. Don't mess with your money. Yeah. Anyway, so finally we're going to court on. You still have to pay child support. Nobody no care say pick me I get over 1,300 a month in a social security. That not affect your child support. That's not a basis. There's one case that says the judge can take it into consideration, but he doesn't have to. It's a discretion. He has the discretion to. And most of the judges are not giving no discretion. You gotta pay the full child support. Yeah. So you're 70, you're 80, you're retired, nobody cares. And for men, where that child, don't quarrel about that child support. I have used people's child support payments to actually assist them, because a lot of you are having children out of wedlock. I personally think it's something that we need to kind of stop in our society. I would prefer that these children are in two-parent households. But this is just not happening, right? So we have this dysfunction where our children are being raised in single-parent household. It's not benefiting them. And I really want you to start looking in yourself. And for people who are in relationships, I just think, like, strap it up, because this does not benefit the children. I don't know. I'm coming from a two-parent household. I thank God every day that God was able to bless me with the benefit of a two-parent household. The single-parent household, I have seen some of my friends do it. It's hard as hell. Yeah. Sometimes it's you can't even blame yourself as a single parent, because nobody really plans to be raising their child by themselves. It happens, but nobody plans for this. But it's something I thoroughly dislike. I hate to see the dysfunction, the damaging effects on kids, right? There is a big difference with children coming out of a household with two parents versus that child coming from a single parent household. And I remember when they were now restricting the welfare, right? And I think they started capping it. After you reach a certain amount of a child or children, they're no longer going to be giving you per child. And I'll never forget this lady. Her attitude was, then who's going to support my kids? No, sir. Anger, complete anger. Like me want to tear up the girl. You make sense? Yeah, me get ignorant for you. Me not care. I mean, who's going to support? No, you push them out, lady. Say never did have a plan. Eh? No. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen who are going to benefit from this, you know. I am so, and this will also take in the non-traditional families, because as a result of the Obama administration with their rules in 2009, yeah, it now includes non-traditional families, because people could now have gotten married and their marriage, as you know, is recognized. Yeah. All right. So, reminder for those of you who are just tuning in, starting August 4th, that Sunday at 11 o'clock, we are going to be hosting Fumi's Village, and it's a community-based program. We can air our grievances as a people. The focus really is on my diaspora, the African diaspora. We're going to come together and we're going to find ways that we can build better communities for our children. All right, so this is going to be on Future FM. If you are in Bronx or the Westchester area, you can hear it on your radio dial. Yeah, it's a station where when I'm in the Bronx, I'm listening to it. Um, if you are outside the Bronx or Westchester, you can listen to it via the internet or the app. Next week, I am going to post it. So we will be on that station Sundays, every Sunday, starting August 4th at 11 a.m. I'm going to provide the link next week so everyone will have it. So on the 4th, everyone can call in, participate, because we're going to fix our community. Yeah, one villager at a time, right? All right. So if anyone has any question, you can post it in the live or you can text it. And I believe, I don't know what's going on when I am on the live. I don't hear the text messages. So if you have texted and I have just like never respond and say so said so done. All right, so let's get to this text message, right? Good morning. I got married in Jamaica 2 months ago. They have, if come here is that a possibility, I can let you stay here and put the paperwork in. All right, so I think what he's saying, and I hope you are a US citizen, this does not apply to green card holders. If it is that your spouse comes on a visa, and if you're here, just ignore the traffic on Constant Spring Road because I come in, right? You know when it is, you're on a main road. All right, so if your spouse enters on their visa, then you can't just put in their papers right away. Make the officer in dry pan him stamp in your passport. You need at least 90 days, right, before you can look about doing any form of adjustment. The reason being, during that 90-day period, prior to Trump, it was 60 days, yeah? During that 90-day period, that's your preconceived intent period, meaning you knew you were looking to come and stay, remain in the United States and adjust your status. So this is why you have to give like a cooling period on the visa from when it's stamped in your passport. You do not put in any application before 90 days. So let the 90 days rest. And once it's passed, after she's been here for 90 days, then you can put in for your adjustment. I'm saying this on the basis that she has entered, she has been inspected and admitted. She come through the airport, she talked to her officer. In addition, she is, so once you are the spouse of a US citizen, a visa number is immediately available for you, right? In addition, you still have to be admissible. So there should be no inadmissibility issues in your past. So they're looking at prior applications to immigration. They're looking at your criminal history, looking to see if you've committed bigamy, whether you have, I'm just going over some of your inadmissibility issues when you apply for the green card, where, for example, false claims to US citizenship, things like that are looked out for. Oftentimes when people find jobs, they will fill out your I-9 and you'll claim to be a US citizen because you usually don't need to show anything other than on that form, driver's license and a social security card. The problem is if immigration sends to your job and they get that I-9 and they see that you claimed US citizenship, you're permanently blocked for a green card, because oftentimes the people who fall within that exception are usually citizens. Yeah, it's a tough call. I think it's such a punitive measure. Prior to September 30th, 1996, you could have gotten a waiver for this, but here comes the statute, IRA, and it blocks you. Yeah, it's tough. I really think that is one of the things they should remove that permanent block from. It has stopped a lot of people. I've had people come to me and they were firefighters. I'm like, firefighter? No, you'd have to be a US citizen to get this job. So said, so done. I looked at the requirements. He needed it. Unfortunately, he had a legitimate social security number, using it for years. You can't lie. Regardless, and this is what I want people to understand. I'm coming off in like 2 minutes. This is what I want people to really understand with when you are applying for a green card, and if you have a block, and when I say block, I'm talking about 204C bars, you engage in a fraud marriage, it was investigated, it was determined to be a fraud marriage, things like false claims to US citizenship, things like I'm just going over the list of things that you're just not gonna get a green card, right? Things like being convicted of a crime where it was anything other than an offense of a simple possession offense and one single possession, because someone are multiple serial people where now get convicted left, right, and center. Owner must avoid police. See them like the plague. You see them over there, say you're gone next door. Yeah. Things like you having certain drug charges, it's not gonna help you. Yeah. And young men who are hanging out with men, because sometimes one of the hardest things is when it's not you destroy your life, but because one of your brethren or your sister in them, your life will get destroyed. I'm going to give you an example. I have a client. She going at the store, and I just find a lot of young people are engaging in this. Them just are going at the store, got thief. Yeah. And my client was already in deportation, but she could follow her friend, go to one store, and she said to the friend, no, the friend said she had to go to the bathroom. I want to get this right. Come in, I want to mix it up for now. She had to go to the bathroom, right? And in going to the bathroom, she said to her friend, say, hold my bag. Biggest mistake. Me not care how no clothes to the sister in there. Hold on to your bag. Said to her friend, say, hold my bag, me. You know, you're with your girlfriend. And when me say girlfriend, I mean platonic. Me not talk them talk there. Me I go to the bathroom, hold my bag. So she go to the bathroom, she come out. Then I walk out of the store now. So the security now say, excuse me, miss. Boy can't talk to me, I don't mean my talk to. Come, me just a come from bathroom, me know me not thief nothing. Excuse me, miss. Rah, she just see her friend just take off left her. Poor she no know what go on in the bathroom, she just go. She just come out of the bathroom. Yeah. So she not run, what she run for? Her friend just take off like you see and boat left the girl. Remember, my client in a deportation now, you know. I mean, I already have one little history what me I deal with. The security come to her and say, let me see a bag, man. You know some of them rob. Let me see a bag. I say, what you want some bag for? Him say, let me see my bag. Him tell lady have some things in her bag. So she not have no, because she know she not buy nothing. Me not have nothing in my bag. Rah. Him say, open my bag when she open the bag. Now the thing what the girl thief. So now we have another charge in a deportation. That makes sense. I say, my girl, you have to beat this, you know. Cause I want you understand where we're there. We already on shaky grounds. Yeah. Mine wanna do a so you see this a place here? Oftentimes it's not you think yourself. And we have to get to that reality. And are you think yourself are your friend then? I think growing up we all heard this from our parents. Show me your company, I'll show you exactly who you are. You must know the friends that you keep. Yeah? And not every pat that click out a road and I go there. Yeah? All right, so just tuning in, we are at the end of the program. Thank you for joining us. To make an appointment during the week, it is 718-502-9137. That's 718-502-9137. Have a blessed and say Sunday and enjoy your week. Don't forget to like the live. Take care. Bye.